These are my 5 tips for surviving in Hardcore Diablo 4. The first one is to keybind a Scroll of Escape. This is an item that is unlocked at level 20 for hardcore characters. You can bind it to an instant teleport. This will enable you to get out of sticky situations, and I personally use the F1 key as it's right there next to the number 2 key, so my middle finger can slide up at any moment and just get me out of a bad dungeon. I say there's no shame in using this item because the 5-minute restart on the dungeon is nothing compared to the hours of grinding for leveling gears on many of your hardcore characters. The second tip I have for you today is make sure to use those elixirs of death evasion. This is an item that allows you to attempt harder content or content with one-shot mechanics. What it does is it gives you a 2-second immunity upon death for the next 30 minutes with a 5-minute cooldown. So essentially what it is it gives you 30 minutes of just an extra chance if something happens to kill you for 2 seconds, allowing you to use that keybind and the Scroll of Escape and get you back to town in a safe area. Some people might think that these first two options lessen the status of hardcore. However, I personally believe you should use every mechanic built into the game for your advantage. And also, these are not foolproof methods. You might not notice that you're about to die, so you forget to teleport. Or maybe you even procced your elixir and then you just stick around and then you die again or something like that. So they're not 100% guaranteed to save you, but you should use them because they will save you at some point. The third thing that you need to have as a hardcore character is the protecting defensive aspect. This is a legendary aspect that provides you immunity. It activates when your character is hit while not healthy, which is 80% of your life. This will give you a bubble to stand in for 3 to 5 seconds that grants you full immunity. Bonus tip. If you put this on an amulet, it gives you 50% longer immunity bubble, up to 7.5 seconds. That's quite a long time that you can just dish out some DPS from your bubble and heal up and whatever you need to do. Another thing that I would say about this aspect is it's quite rare. You get one after the Act 1 boss on an amulet that you can then imprint onto other amulets. And then you want to make sure to use it on items you're going to use for a long time. As I said, it is rare. I'm level 62 on my rogue, and I've only found this aspect one other time. So make sure to use them sparingly on an item you're going to have for a very long time. The fourth tip is understand what kills players. I've been following the hardcore death compilation videos on YouTube because it is just hilarious content for one, but it also gives me a sort of guide of what to avoid. I noticed that a lot of players are dying to the corpse explosions, and these are either left with poison or fire minions, so you really need to be careful of those. Poison is also extremely dangerous in this game. There's also these little mobs with bright colored balls for a head. They will rush towards your character. I'm sure you have seen them before. These get exponentially more dangerous the higher level worlds you're on. I've seen a character get one shot from full health on world tier 4 from just one of these mob minions. So this isn't a mechanic that you have to avoid to survive. And then my fifth and final tip today is you must run abilities and skills that grant you unstoppable. Unstoppable is a mechanic that allows you to move out of crowd control and through enemies. One of the most common ways I see people die is they just get completely surrounded. So I currently run 2 of these abilities that grant me unstoppable on my rogue. I use concealment and shadow step. This allows me to always keep one of them off cooldown. So if I ever use both, I'm mentally prepared to teleport with that Scroll of Escape. So you really got to be prepared for this crowd control because in World Tier 4, it just ramps up and lots of mobs will have it. And so having those 2 on cooldown is really useful because, they're going to be using these attacks that just immobilize you all of the time. So anyways, these are my 5 tips that you should follow to survive in Diablo 4 hardcore playthroughs. I hope they helped, and let me know how it's going for you in the world of Sanctuary. I'll catch you on the next video.